got available for bays at the moment. Anything that I can scrap. Let's do away with this one. This was supposed to be a tier 3 design, which is no longer going to be tier 3 because of balance changes. Alright, so plasma, tier 2. So we're doing a scratch build from tier 2. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go straight to building, upgrading this thing to tier 2. No, I don't need to. You can just use tier 2 blocks. Screw it. So yes, tier 3. This time we're going to use a tracked vehicle. It's not going to be as fast, which, I mean, quite honestly, if you're going to do lower tier plasma bot designs and stuff, you're better off using wheels. But, I mean, people like using tracks, so I have to try and build something using tracks. So here we go. So we've got the first set of treads, we've got the second set of treads, we're going to need to leave a space between them to put armouring out the sides. Like so. And then we need to make sure that the actual pilot seat location is fully armoured. And we're also going to try and route damage around that if possible. So that means having prism here, prism there. We're going to change these blocks by moving the robot upwards, and we can, there we go. So that's facing outwards, and we're doing the same thing here. So the damage from the side doesn't take the pilot seat out straight away. We can get rid of these blocks now, in the short term at least. And now we just need to concentrate on getting the weapons and all that kind of stuff on here, and any additional shielding that we want to put. First thing is making sure we've actually got multiple points of contact for the tank treads. So I'm not too worried about weight because these things already weigh enough as they are, as they currently are, yeah. And we also want to try to make sure the contact points here connect slightly forward. We're not going to connect guns directly here. That way, if these blocks get blown up, it's not going to directly take out the entire tread because of the single connection point. But I am going to optimize this a little bit further by sloping this back a little bit, because the biggest issue for plasma is actually plasma, and the plasma will destroy most of these triforcing attempts, so we have to be conscious of that in advance and build the robot to actually counter. So that's what I'm trying to do here, is building anti-plasma defenses onto the initial design. So this is designed, what we will do, we'll put a shroud around here to protect this block, or these blocks. And there will be a shroud around this section that will help protect the blocks as well. This is going to be turned into prisms. And we'll actually build off this spar in terms of putting this protective shroud on. And we'll actually want to build it forward a little bit more, because plasmas can have quite a big hit detection or hit radius. And we're going to widen that a little bit just for resilience, so we can change those bottom ones into prisms. Something like this, and then up another level here, and this is how we're actually going to spar off to put the shroud around this section as well. So add in some prisms. Not going to bother with inners here. Actually, no, we're just going to build straight across here. And we can put a block here like that temporarily just to give us something to build on, but it still gets turned around. And we already know we're using plasmas on this design, so actually I'm going to change that so that it's facing outwards like this. It still gets connected on. What am I doing here? There we go. Actually, it's... No, I prefer the fully shrouded look like this. So that armor's a connection point. I mean, you can still take fire directly to the tracks, but they've still got a fair amount of hit points. You just want to protect the connection points on there. So let's change these out. And of course, we're going to be focusing on damage that comes from the front. So I'm also going to put in an extra layer around here. It doesn't need to be a complete set of armor, so you can have gaps, but the idea is that you've got a higher chance of the plasma shots just hitting these sections. So something like that. Let's actually change these blocks. There we go. So again, still no direct protection from here, but these are just designed to absorb some of the hits. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty CPU heavy design. Let's get the pilot seat on here. There's our little pilot seat. Let's build some armoring around here. Haven't even considered what we're doing for gun mounts yet. That's more or less going to be the last thing that we worry about, to be honest. Again, this is another plasma prevention method, so we got this spar that's just designed to get blown up. Probably end up what am I going to do here? Let's put in a whole line of these. We're going to actually build forward from this section and put gun mounts here. And let's see, we've got tier 3 plasmas. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we could potentially mount a tier 3 plasma on top. I'm not sure if I really want to mount it there. The other gun mounts are going to be, if we do them from here. We can do another gun mount from this section, which incidentally means that we're going to have to change these blocks because I don't want those directly connecting on. What's the best way to do that? Because I just want this face not connecting, but I want all the other connection faces. In that place, we go with using the curved blocks because the top face you can't connect anything to. See, it's red. And that way I'm still free to put that like so. I have a gun mounted on there. Although that does interfere with the fire arcs for the guns behind, so let's revise this yet again. So a little bit better on those fire arcs. And we can do something similar down here. Can't really... yeah, let's just put a standard block down here. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do to help protect that a little bit more, other than put some more blocks on like that. That I have to do. It's currently up to 423 CPU, and that means we've still got to get on the rear plasma mount. That's going to mount that up a little bit higher, just to make sure they've got maximum clearance. And we're going to build that like so. And these are just basic Triforce turrets. And we're already at tier 4, so now we have to look at what can we do to not be so high tier. Well, we definitely need to keep these blocks on the back. We can afford to sacrifice these. That brings us back down to tier 3. We'd still need some front protection for these plasma sections. Not plasma sections, but for these mounts. But mostly the protection is designed from the front, so I'm not so worried about the side, although this set of guns is particularly vulnerable. This one's protected, this one's protected, and the ones on that side are protected from fire, but I'm not particularly liking the vulnerability of these mounts here, so we might try... Nope, that takes us up to high tier again. Yeah, well, we'll see how this works without any further modifications. So let's just go to classic mode, see how long the queues are. And I can't actually read the people's name in chat. It's Deratrax. He's playing tier 6 now, Lego 787 T7 thruster or airfoil. I'm not at the moment, I'm not building those at the moment, but we will build, probably see what we can do at tier 4, tier 5, or maybe tier 7, I don't know, we'll see. I'm trying to concentrate more on lower tier builds. This is going to take forever. Let's just go into standard battle mode. I'll probably actually be able to play that more quickly than trying to queue up for... Yeah, there's more people in queue than queue up for lower tier. But how long has it taken for this particular build? Okay, it's taken about 10-15 minutes, that's not too bad. Queue length 14. Queue length 14. Plasma. Hello and welcome to Bay 1. I can't do good voices. Hello and welcome to Bay 1. When plasma strikes. Yeah, so build. I should have renamed the stream to building and playing with plasma, but whatever. Come on, queue length 17. There's more than enough people in the queue. It needs 16. Maybe 18, 18, 18. Will it go when we've got 18 people in queue? Come on, one more person. We're looking for queue length 18. Any takers? None. What are we waiting for? No, it's down to 16 and 15. Have people dropped out? Have they not? Who knows? Well, one person's dropped out of the queue because my position's dropped. There we go. Watch this get one shot. So, important thing to note with these kinds of designs, plasmas are weak early on in the game. But as you get... Oh God, why are my guns firing? They shouldn't be shooting themselves. Yeah, as you get on in the game, they become more and more powerful. But you do need your 6 on there. Maximum firepower. But yeah, when you get to overclock 13, you'll be able to take out an entire crystal with a couple of shots. So. And make sure you shoot at the seams. So you see where these lines are? That's the section of crystals you need to shoot, because that's the connection point. And now the last crystal is on the other side. There we go. But if you shoot just on destroying the 2 levels of crystals on each side, you can take the towers a lot more quickly. So let's go around and see if we can interrupt any attempts on this tower over here.
SMG cruiser spotted. Plasma cruiser spotted. Plasma cruiser spotted.
Boom. I can't take on the entire enemy team on my own. And... Truth Teller C, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, thank you. Well, my team definitely needs to focus more on capturing towers, because this isn't going to go well otherwise. I cannot defend this tower all on my own. I can only do so much. But so much is what we shall have to do.
SMG cruiser spotted.
Maybe if they've all left this tower I can sneak it from them. We shall no. Man, all my guns already gone. Bah. Maybe I need to reconsider the gun placement on this one.
Clock cycle booster activated. SMG cruiser spotted. Your right fusion tower is under attack.
Yeah, because I'm losing guns way too easily. Maybe I've actually just got too many treads. Because that's a lot of CPU I'm wasting on the tread design.
SMG cruiser spotted. Plasma cruiser spotted. SMG cruiser spotted. Your right fusion tower has been captured. You no longer have your clock cycle booster. Plasma cruiser spotted.
Yeah.
SMG cruiser spotted.
I'm playing tier 3 at the moment. I just created this bot on the stream, so it's not a particularly great design as it currently stands.
Your top fusion tower is under attack. SMG cruiser spotted.
I need to kill people to get my clocks up.
Your top fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Plasma cruiser spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. SMG cruiser spotted. Your plutonium reactor is
And
under
without
attack.
heals, I'm kind of screwed. Yep.
Your plutonium
Bleh.
reactor is under attack.
I will survive. I will win this.
SMG cruiser spotted. SMG cruiser spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. SMG cruiser spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
We need to concentrate on getting the crystals back.
Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
That's that
Your
side done.
plutonium reactor is under attack. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your plutonium crystal is nearly destroyed. Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
So this is definitely not surviving when going up against equivalent tier SMGs.
Your
Useful to
plutonium
know.
reactor is under attack. SMG cruiser spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. SMG cruiser spotted.
My entire team is dead again. Yay.
SMG cruiser spotted.
Never give up.
Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your team has captured the top fusion tower.
Sacrifice myself to... No! No, no. I mean, I'm pulling my weight. I just can't make up for the rest of my team.
Your plutonium reactor is under attack. SMG tanks. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your top fusion tower has been captured.
No.
Your fusion shield has been deactivated. Plasma cruiser spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your plutonium reactor
Yep,
is under attack.
game over. Okay, so let's try Plasma Bot Redux or Plasma Bot version 2. So obviously we know that the gun mounts on this are ridiculously vulnerable, but to address that we need fewer tracks because they take up an insane amount of CPU. So we're going to mount the tracks directly to the sides here. So let's move those around about here. And we're going to shorten the entire design by a fair amount as well. What I want to do is have one set of blocks actually running out like this. We're going to strip off all of this front stuff. And this is our first tier of plasma defense. And this gun mount here is going to be something like this. So yeah, it's mounted backwards. We've got this shroud around there. So we get the first plasma on the front here. And we're using T3 plasmas, of course. And then we'll have another gun mount that actually spars off here. And this will be our second tier of guns. Actually, no, I want to bring this forward a little bit. I don't want it quite that far back. It will spar off from here, but I don't want it connecting to these blocks, so I'm going to have to use some prisms there to be able to do that. And that's going to be the mount point. Actually, I'm going to just... There we go. And now we can build a shroud around this as well. So that's the second rank of plasma guns. And something else I'm going to do, because I want to have these connection points closer into the design, I'm going to put a block there, remove the tracks, and then mount them like that, and that way the actual connection points that I need closer to the robot are actually here, so we can have more armor on those sections. And we're going to put an entire set of blocks around that. There we go. And then we need the rear set of plasma, rear set of blocks, so that's actually going to be mounted up from here. There we go. And we want to have a more solid set of connection points, so what do I want to do? I want that reinforced. We can just put prisms in there. That can go like so. We're going to need to invert that because we don't want damage transferring back here directly. But yeah, this is actually going to have to be something like this. That can be changed. This one will then become an inner. So for all intents and purposes, this will look like a solid tower, but it won't be. Except for these blocks that are run across here, that's just going to be extra structural reinforcement. Actually, yeah. That I'm going to instead replace like that. Do we want to have that connected down? Yeah, let's make these into solid blocks. And we'll put an inner there. But facing the other way. And I'm going to leave them facing like this so that for us we can tell that they're Triforce, but you could actually have these mounted the other way and they'd look a little bit more solid. So you've got two options. You can mount those blocks down like that, and that way you can see the turrets, or you can have them mounted like that and it looks more of a solid design. So those are fully armoured towers now. We haven't quite gone to the same levels here, but we can do. So that is actually connecting across. We want to make sure that from underneath it's shielded. And from the side we still need to make sure it's fully shielded as well. Which, to achieve that, we can connect onto this section here. And to make it a more solid connection point, we can connect on like that. And yeah, that'll do for now. Let's just reinforce these. So we're at 383 CPU. We don't really have any shielding around this side. But I believe I can put some more... yeah, truth, I am going to be doing some other builds in this session, so I can probably put some electroplates on this. I think they would help out on the initial hits. So let's look at hardware. We've got some T3 electroplates. Where are they? Yeah, we can make use of those. We've got plenty of L3 electroplates. So we can reconsider on this a little bit. Let's just pull these blocks off here. And I can mount those like that. But I'm not really a huge fan of that particular mounting mechanism. Or I can mount them like so, which doesn't really provide the same kind of protection. But where are we? I mean, we've still got a fair amount of CPU to go, so what is going to best serve in this particular case? I was to build a spar out here and try and mount the electroplates like so. We've got too many collision issues because the plasma guns aren't actually high enough up. We'd need to raise the height of the entire build if we really wanted to do that. So that's not really optional. But what we can try and do is have some there, and we can use those protection sections, or protected sections, to then... Oh man, I can't mount a block on there. Let's see if we can put a prism down there. Or a tetra rather, not a prism. There we go. Too high up though. Boo. I mean, that could have worked. I know, I just don't like them being so exposed. That's my problem here. If I take these blocks off, how can I fit that on? That works, kind of. I just don't like that block being vulnerable like that. Alright, I can put that prism on there. That's a little bit better. What other electroplates have I got? Can I put some tier 1s on this? Or tier 2s even? Are there even tier 2 electroplates? I can't remember, it's been so long. Hardware. Okay, so we do have tier 2 electroplates available, so that's an option. Let's see. It's not going to work like that, but we can put something on here. Let's flip these. What can we do? Yeah, they're kind of vital connection points. Yeah, let's move those around. And now see about putting a couple of tier 2 electroplates on the front. Like so. Not really liking that placement. Let's change those blocks, move them up a little bit. There we go. And in theory we could not quite fit another set underneath. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, we'll put those back like that. And we're still pretty under-tiered, so let's... No, that puts us way over. Let's just put some other electroplates on the side or wherever they fit. We'll put some on the sides there. Some more here. See, this is where we get into the heavy CPU area, but I can do that because I've got lots available. Ha ha ha, all the electroplate ever. Yeah, I don't really see a normal level 3 having 763 CPU. So I'd probably, in fairness, want to take a lot of these electroplates off, especially the rear ones here. I don't aim to be facing that towards the enemy too often. But 571 is more than respectable CPU. I could put a lot more on here, but I think that would be unfair. So let's go into battle mode and see how this version works out.